I now give the floor to Her Excellency Ms. Kautel Kriko, Minister of Solidarity, the Family and the Status of Women of Algeria.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, Your Excellencies, honorable participants, at the outset, I would like to thank Japan for holding this open debate in light of a catastrophic situation where women and girls in conflict areas, especially in the occupied Palestinian territories, are subjected to flagrant and systematic violations of their dignity. It's a clear trampling of their simple rights, which necessitates a firm stance from the international community. Empowering women was one of the first priorities of Algeria since it gained independence. It proceeded from its belief in the equal rights between men and women. It was also a sign of appreciation of the important role played by the Algerian women along the different stages of the history of Algeria, especially during the Great Liberation Revolution. Algeria is today upholding those rooted traditions through the empowering of women at different levels. Promoting women has been continuing at the highest levels of the authorities in the country. Mr. President, we meet today at crossroads when conflicts are igniting in different parts of the world. The levels of violence are on the rise. Meanwhile, it seems that the settlement of prolonged crises is far reached. Thus, we are in dire need to adopt a more effective approach that prevents conflicts and addresses its root causes. Algeria has long and continued to advocate for a proactive and comprehensive approach that takes into consideration the multidimensional reasons for conflict, especially those related to development. For there is no security without development and no development without security. We cannot reach such an approach without the participation of all vital segments of society in relevant tracks, especially women and youth. Women is the backbone of societies. She is the national coherence element that promotes dialogue. She favors the peaceful solution of all conflicts. Despite the above, her voice is usually disregarded in decision-making, especially when it comes to the settlement of conflicts. Therefore, we must ensure that women will gain their adequate place on the sustaining peace table. We reiterate the determination of Algeria. This was stressed by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Abdelmajid Tebboune, when he stressed that we must promote her role in peace and security and her stance in the different areas of life on the national, regional, and international levels. We are committed to promote the role of women in conflict resolution and prevention in line with the principles of our foreign policy. This was clearly exemplified in preparing a pragmatic national scheme in July of 2023, in line with the implementation of Resolution 1325. This scheme will promote the role of women in peace and security. It will also allow Algeria to address more effectively all the pillars of the above-mentioned resolution. The youth are the pillar of the present and future. They are the foundation of the building and prosperity of every society. They are unfortunately also the ignition of conflicts, and they are the first who fall victim of such conflicts. Therefore, we must benefit from their aspirations, since it is a driving force for positive change. In this vein, the review of the peace-building architecture of the United Nations in 2025 is an opportunity to evaluate and amend the toolbox of conflict prevention. It could also enhance its performance in peace-building while ensuring a genuine and effective participation of women and youth. Mr. President, we cannot address today's theme without tackling the suffering of the Palestinian people. They are facing the killing and destruction machine by the occupation force. This is especially so for the Palestinian woman who is still suffering since the occupation of its territory. Her suffering has aggravated by the recent aggravation on the unarmed Palestinian people, especially on the besieged Gaza Strip. We fall short of words. Expressions are stifling us as we are trying to draw on the challenges facing Palestinian women in Gaza and the level of pain and fear. How not if 9,000 women and girls have fell martyrs since the start of the aggression. 63 women fall martyr. 37 of them are mothers. 2 women die every hour. 75% of the total number of injured are from women. This is a war against the Palestinian women and the Palestinian children. All those who advocate for the just cause of women must not remain with their lips sealed. They have to call for an end to this barbaric killing machine against the Palestinians. To conclude, Mr. President, achieving the objectives of Resolutions 1325 and 2250 necessitate the concerted effort on all levels with international solidarity. This solidarity, unfortunately, has proved its limited capacity to address the socio-economic aspects to prevent conflicts and achieve sustainable peace. Thank you.
I thank Her Excellency Ms. Grieco for her statement.